If you were a saltwater crocodile, what would your life be like? Your birthplace, a swamp in northern Australia, a tiny, secret den. When you emerge into the outside world, the first thing you see is nearly 40 siblings. This is one big family. Suddenly, a shadow covers you. Luckily, it's Mom. She scoops you all up in her mouth. Don't worry, she's not going to eat you. It's just a unique way to carry you all down to the water. You splash into the shallow water. This is your first swim. Mom goes back for the rest of the babies. What a devoted mother. Some siblings, however, don't even get to swim a few feet before they're snatched away. It seems the neighbors aren't very friendly. So you quickly dive under the water, following your remaining siblings. Your slender body is almost invisible in the muddy water. That's when you realize you have an advantage over all the other animals in the swamp. First, your gray-green camouflage. It blends perfectly with the reeds. Second, you can hold your breath underwater for up to 2 hours. Mom returns with another group of siblings, but she discovers that half of the first group is gone. She tries her best to chase away the intruder. After a few tense minutes, Mom finally secures the area, but she still lost 80% of her babies. You're one of the lucky ones. You swim away carefully, planning to catch a few small fish to fill your belly. Crunchy isn't a bad taste. In your first days, you swim in the swamp where your mom is, eating anything you can fit in your mouth, like insects, small fish, and sometimes even tadpoles. Mom will always be watching over you. If a bird swoops down to grab you for breakfast, you can only escape it by yourself. After 6 months, you've entered adolescence. You're bigger and braver. Your small territory is on the river bank. This little place is also your home. Your surviving siblings are doing the same thing, each fiercely defending their small territory. Sometimes a sibling will sneak into your territory to hunt. The exciting battle begins. The fighting usually doesn't end in death, but the wounds will leave you sore for a couple of days. By the way, your menu has been upgraded, from light snacks to more substantial meals like crabs, fish, and frogs. I almost forgot to mention your superpower. It's your skin. It's covered in extremely sensitive dots that allow you to feel the vibrations in the water from up to 19 meters away. It's like carrying an internal surveillance system. It can detect nearby dangers or potential thieves. That fish looks so delicious.
You quietly creep up. You let the murky water hide your trail. Then you bite down hard. He becomes your meal. 3 more months pass, and the dry season arrives quietly. The once large swamp shrinks into small, crowded pools. The water gradually evaporates, leaving only cracked earth. Fish are exposed on the surface, and there are also a few hot-tempered crocodiles. Food becomes extremely scarce. The quality of your food and drink decreases sharply. You can only rely on what you can find. A small fish can't satisfy your hunger. Just as you're about to enjoy it, your brother suddenly runs over and snatches it from your mouth. How can you just stand there and stare at him? You're too hungry to resist. You can only grumble in frustration and sink back into the water. That's not the worst of it. Full-grown crocodiles are starting to move in and take over the remaining pools of water, taking any prey they want. Unless they're really hungry, they won't even notice you. A huge, full-grown crocodile has swum into your area. You hold your breath, retreating to the farthest and shallowest corner, praying he won't eat you. He doesn't attack you. This dangerous encounter leaves you terrified. 2 years pass. You're now 2 meters long and look more majestic. The large size also has its drawbacks. Hiding under trees is no longer effective. Now you stand out too much. You've become an irresistible target for all the predators in this area. It's time to pack your bags and go. Find a place with fewer predators. Unfortunately, there will also be less food. This is not the time to be picky. Survival is what's most important. This is your current location. Your journey can follow this path, or that one, you can even cross the sea. I forgot to mention, you're the only reptile that can survive at sea. Your swimming ability is excellent. You can travel hundreds of kilometers in the ocean. After weeks of wandering and exploring, you find a quiet river near some islands and coastal areas. The water here is salty and there aren't many fish. It doesn't look like home, but it's okay. That's exactly what you need. The salinity here is very high, but it won't bother you, because you're the only crocodile with special glands that can remove excess salt. This allows you to easily cope with any harsh environment. This makes you one of the few reptiles that can survive in salt water. A powerful, growing reptile. Life is gradually getting on the right track. You rely on your senses, quietly watching for the smallest movements to hunt. There's a rodent strolling through your territory.
There are simply no other crocodiles around, so you decide to teach him a lesson. You quickly run over, and with a powerful bite, he becomes your meal. 12 years pass. You're now grown up, about 4 meters long and weighing around 400 kilograms. The prey here can no longer satisfy your huge appetite. The large area with plenty of food is calling your name, but that place is already occupied by some fierce creatures. It's time to start the battle for territory. You're eyeing a scarred veteran. The atmosphere is tense. The two of you wave your tails and open your mouths wide. You grab and bite and scratch, each blow echoing in the water. Finally, you bite hard, and this river is now yours. It's not just a deep pool here. There are many places to hide, and the most important thing is there's enough food to keep you fed for weeks. You proudly patrol your new territory, tasting all kinds of delicious food. You caught this shark while you were strolling on the coast not long ago. After eating your fill, you dive deep to hide the leftover food. Perfect. Wait, there's a strange smell in the water. It's not food. It's a female crocodile, elegant and strong. It's clear she's not here for sightseeing. You carefully approach her. The two of you circle each other, making sure no one feels threatened. Then the end comes too quickly. Now let's continue hunting for delicious prey. Now suppose you are a female crocodile. After 6 weeks of mating, you realize it's time to continue your bloodline, which means building a nest. To protect the babies about to hatch, a high and dry area near the water is the best choice. Hopefully your eggs won't be washed away in the next flood. You use your strong hind legs to dig a hole in the ground. When the nest is ready, you lay up to 50 oval eggs. Each egg carries your genetic legacy. You carefully cover them with compressed mud to create a warm and comfortable hatchery. For the next 80 days, you endure a marathon of patience and vigilance. Predators are everywhere, and they love to eat free crocodile eggs. Lizards are sneaking around looking for your nest. Birds are always watching nearby. Even other crocodiles want to eat your eggs, but you won't let them. Whenever something gets too close, you let out a piercing hiss. Most intruders retreat defeated, and those who don't know better won't get a second chance. It seems a century has passed, and the mud on the nest is starting to loosen. You hear a faint chirping sound. Your babies are finally about to hatch. You know that the 80 days of waiting were not in vain. You carefully dig and remove the compressed mud, helping your hatchlings escape. You scoop as many as you can into your mouth and take them to the shallow water. Now you have to protect them from birds, lizards, and even fish that start to circle around them.
Sometimes, if you're careless for just a second, one of your babies is gone. You patrol the area, chasing away intruders and teaching your hatchlings basic survival skills. The first few weeks are the most dangerous. Every day, some babies become a meal for the predators in this swamp.
By the end of the month, only a few babies are left. Now they're more mature, swimming faster and more confident to explore the swamp. One day, as the sun sets over the swamp, you look at the remaining children swimming in the murky water. They've grown up. They've learned how to survive. It's time to start their own journey. No goodbyes, no holding back. That's the crocodile way. You sink into the water, letting the current take you back to your territory. When you're 20 years old, you've grown to an incredible 6 meters and weigh over 999 kilograms. You're the largest reptile alive. Every inch of your body is made for domination, with a bite force of over 1,600 kilograms. Your scaly armor is like a suit of armor. No opponent dares to approach your territory. Although a few uninvited guests may try their luck, you just have to wag your tail to chase them away. Now, you're near a buffalo on the riverbank. A young kangaroo is drinking water, and even some foolish wild boars enter your territory to find food. These big meals make you very satisfied. One meal can keep you going for weeks. Now, you're 70 years old. A buffalo comes to the riverbank at just the right time, and you're feeling a little hungry. You slide into the water and submerge. This time, something's different. You're too slow. The prey quickly runs away after spotting you. Your body is still beautiful, but it's not as good as it used to be. Let me tell you, you are the only crocodile to live to this age. If you're lucky, you can live to be 100. Now, carrion is your main food source. You patrol the edge of your territory, watching for leftover food left by young crocodiles. You see a huge male crocodile entering your territory. His scales have no scars. He is agile and strong. You used to be like that too. He's here to take your territory. The two of you face off underwater. The atmosphere is tense. The two of you circle each other. You let out a piercing hiss, opening your lower jaw to show your power. But he doesn't back down. The battle begins. It ends too quickly. Hope you have a good dream.